day number 23 of my gratitude challenge. Number 1, I'm grateful for lightning and thunder and rain, kind of like waking me up in the morning, because laying there under the blanket and listening to all of this, it kind of like unfold. And then also this kind of thing by waking up by nature showing its power and kind of like showing what it contains. I'm very grateful for that. And then I'm grateful for my daughter's homemade sandwiches, because I think it's so nice when I'm sitting by the computer doing some things that I have to do, and she's asking, "Dad, do you want a sandwich?" I said, yeah, I want a sandwich. Would you want it with this, this and this? And she's like, yeah, just make it like you would make it. And then 5 minutes later, 2 sandwiches are served for me. And I'm grateful for, because my daughter, she's really making good sandwiches. She's making it with passion, attention and love, and she's really kind of like going into her zone while making these sandwiches. So I'm very appreciating of that. And then I'm grateful for, I had a lot of practical things that I had to do. I've had to do it for some time maybe. And I'm so grateful when I kind of like finish it and doing it, because it's like it's taking away something that's filling up here, and it's kind of like giving me new energy. So I'm grateful for that. And while I was in this zone, I also I was invited to a confirmation, and I was invited to a Reiki course again, so the Reiki course 2. And while I was building up this energy from before, I kind of like took that energy and I said, yes, I want to come to this confirmation. I'm very grateful that you invited me, and yes, I want to come to this Reiki course 2. And also I'm grateful for being invited to this. And it's like cool when you kind of like take a decision, this is what I'm going to do, because then you set your calendar, and then the universe works around this because you have set it. So grateful for that. And then while leaving home, there was this guy coming on a bike where a kid could sit in front of the bike, and there was sitting this cool little kid. He was like 5 years old, and he was sitting like this, and then he had a smile all the way up to his ears, like he was really enjoying the moment, and his smile was so sincere that also I started smiling. I'm very grateful for that, because it was a cool moment. So thanks to that boy, whoever he was. And then I'm grateful for 3 new magnets that I bought, because magnets really, I collect magnets with quotes on it, and they really appeal to me, and I can feel how they're working in my system, and I can also feel that they're showing me some things that I have to be aware about in this presence when I'm buying them. The first one said, heal yourself and then the rest of the world will follow. The other magnet said, I trust that the universe has my back. And the third magnet, I can remember. The third magnet was, people either inspire you or they drain you, but choose them carefully. So I'm grateful for these magnets and for these messages from the universe. And I'm grateful for having dinner with my mom today. It doesn't happen that often. We live in 2 different countries. So, of course, you have to appreciate it when it happens. And kind of like the next thing I'm grateful for is the dessert from this dinner. Because it was fresh Danish strawberries cut in the morning, cleaned in the morning, put on a lot of sugar, and then just all day soaking in this. And you get a lot of red juice in the bottom, and these strawberries with fresh Danish cream and this red juice, it's just like, whoa, it's so amazing. So I'm grateful for that. And then I'm grateful for a Camino friend of mine from back in 2012, a guy called Oliver, because he sent me a message today how he is happy and proud to call me his friend, even though we have some disagreements, and it just touched me very much, because I feel the same for him. So it's a mutual feeling, and I see in many ways how we are mirrors and brothers, and we didn't meet by coincidence. And also in this message I read something through the lines, because 2-3 weeks ago I had this idea that next year I want to walk the Camino, the north route of the Camino, but I want to start this Camino here in Denmark where I live. And I just got this idea into my head immediately. Oliver, how about him? Has he walked this? Is he gained? So I texted him immediately and said, Oliver, have you walked Del Norte? And he said, no, I have not. And I said, what about next year? And he's like, yes, what are you thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking that I want to walk from Denmark. I could walk down to you in Germany. You could take your bag and we can walk the way back to Spain together. You can do your thing. He's making a photo book of the pilgrimage, but showing kind of like the surroundings of the pilgrimage instead of the pilgrimage. And I just want to inspire and share the road with him. And in this message he sent me, I kind of like, somewhere between the lines, I read this, that he's actually up for my suggestion. So I'm very grateful for this, even though if I'm wrong, I'm grateful for that message because it warmed my heart. And the last thing I'm grateful for is that on top of a day with so many things happening, actually having the possibility to kind of like walk 1.5 hours, 2 hours all the way home again and kind of like process everything that happened during the day and kind of really putting it into context and having the opportunity to kind of like dig deeper into myself and understand what is happening, what is the process and all of this. I'm grateful for that. Thank you. Have a nice day.